سلام به ایرانیای دور دنیا. سلام به بینندگان عزیز تورنتو، کانادا و تمام دور دنیا. من هستم بیتای بردی و خوش آمدین به برنامه این هفته ما. میدونم که شما پشت تلویزیون هستین و متاسفانه نمیتونین اینجا با ما باشین. به شما میگم جاتون خالی. And today we're here with the captain of the Blue Nose 2, Mr. Philip Watson. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Thank you.
And he's actually going to give us a little bit of a tour of the boat and tell us about the history and why exactly the Blue Nose 2 is such an important Canadian icon. So here we have the crew. So I'm just wondering, does Captain Watson make you scrub the deck with toothbrushes on when you're misbehaving or when you not follow command?
Yes.
Yes.
Bigger than toothbrushes.
Yeah.
No, we have bigger than toothbrushes.
Bigger than toothbrushes.
Yes.
Fantastic. So can you tell us a little bit about the history of the boat?
Of the boat. The original Blue Nose was built in 1921. She was a fishing vessel.
Okay.
So they were going out between Nova Scotia and Newfoundland to the Grand Banks, getting into small boats from there, and then going fishing in the small boats. In those days, in the 1920s, they started racing this style of boat, and the Americans won the first race.
Yes.
So the Canadians said, well, we can't have that, so we'll build a boat that will win this trophy, this International Fisherman's Trophy back. And so they built the original Blue Nose, and she won the race in 1921, and she held on to the trophy until they stopped racing in 1938. So in those days, those races were as big as the Olympics are now, or as big as the America's Cup. It was a huge thing. It was right at the end of the age of sail. So it sort of captured the imagination of the two nations. There were books written about sailing on schooners, or about dory fishermen. They were sort of the last big iron men in wooden ships kind of thing.
Great. And so I hear that the Blue Nose 2 is known as the Queen of the Atlantic.
Yes.
Why is that?
It's because of the history of the first vessel. This vessel is now used to promote Nova Scotia and to promote Canada for traveling internationally. It's the history of the first vessel. So we're a replica of the first vessel, same size, same shape, half the number of crew.
One of actually my favorite memories has been when I went to the Halifax port in Lullenburg, and I saw this beautiful ship with its sail up, and I heard that the ship has the largest mainsail in the world, about 4,150
That's right.
square feet.
Very good.
And where would the mainsail be on the boat?
This is it here.
Okay.
So it's sitting on top of this main boom. This main boom is 81 feet long,
Yes.
weighs 5,000 pounds,
Wow.
and it's made from one tree from the coast of British Columbia.
So this is actually one tree right here.
It's one piece of wooden Douglas fir tree.
Wow.
The sail on it is that size.
Wow.
So, yeah, and so the sailcloth weighs about 1,000 pounds,
Yeah.
and that's 4,150 square feet.
Wow. And it holds, how many passengers does it hold?
When we go out for day sails, we'll take out 75 passengers, and there's 17 of us crew on board.
Okay. That's lovely. So I bet it's just soars like an eagle when you put it up all the way.
Yes, it goes right up to the spreaders up there.
Yeah.
And so it's a big white wall when we're when we're coming along.
What's your favorite memory on here?
Currently, the one I like to tell actually happened yesterday morning,
Okay.
and that we had a bunch of kids from inner city Toronto,
Wow.
I think largely immigrants, learned a song about the Bluenose, and their teacher brought them here, and they sang the song, and then they had their picture taken with me. And it's just, to me, that someone in inner city Toronto can connect with this part of Canadian history and Canadian culture, it just warms my heart. And I think that's absolutely amazing.
Well, you paid $25.
Yeah. My R&D went out on it.
Okay. این کشتی در سال 1921 ساخته شده و این بود اولین اوریجینالی که ساختن. این کشتی که امروز دیدیم این دومین هستش، رپلیکای اوریجینال هستش و این کشتی 1963 درست شده. نزدیک 75 نفر میتونن روی این کشتی بمونند و میتونه کری کنه 75 نفر رو. بزرگترین مینسیل دنیا رو داره که همینجور کپتنه که گفتش که هر وقت که میره بالا 4150 سکویر فیت هستش و بین عمر این کشتی نزدیک بین این 17 سال که توی مسابقات شرکت میکرد توی کانادا و دور دنیا موفق بود و تندترین کشتی بودش. واسه همین توی کانادا توی 1950 سال 1950 پشت تمبر 50 سنتی شکل این کشتیه رو گذاشته بودن. به اضافه اگه پشت 10 سنتی رو نگاه کنیم میبینیم که شکل این کشتی هستش. So you're telling me to actually drive this thing, you stand this way.
You look at the piece of wood that you're moving in the water.
Right.
It's 10 feet tall, that's 6 feet wide.
Huh.
So if you've ever carried a sheet of plywood
Right.
in the wind, that is very difficult to do. So you're not strong enough to stand here and steer
that.
like a car.
So then, right, this. And
There's a compass down here so you can see
oh, that's so neat.
the course that you're
We
steering.
should get a shot of this. So the compass is actually there. You know what? Those. Okay, and so you just stand here. So I'll just pretend I'm Captain Angus. Or better yet, Captain Watson. So then I just look at the compass that's over there and move my hand.
You can see all the sails set in front of
Yeah.
you?
So is there much rotation or is it just very subtle when you're doing it? That's neat. Yeah.
So it goes 3.5 turns each way.
Okay. So if I'm pushing it this way, then the nose would be going that way.
Going to port.
Ah,
Just like a
to
car,
port.
and so if you turn it to the left, it will go to the left.
There we go. To the right? Are we moving? It's not working. Great. Oh, that's lovely.
So this is the main mast.
Okay.
So this lower mast is actually 96 feet long,
Wow.
and until last year was one tree. So we had trouble sourcing a tree last year, so we've gone to a laminated or built-up mast. But usually, again, from British Columbia, Douglas fir, where you can grow tremendously tall and strong trees on the west coast due to the weather patterns there. So from the water up to the top, to the Nova Scotian flag at the top, is 125 feet.
And it's one solid piece of wood.
Now, when we come up the Seaway, up from Montreal to here, we're too tall to get underneath all the bridges there. So we have to lower down our mast 15 or 20 feet to get underneath the bridges. So I guess we give the name Tall of the Tall Ship.
Tall of the tall ship, very suitable.
It's very stylish here.
I love the styles. I haven't seen quite the trend yet, but I think it'll pick up quite fast. Can you tell us a little bit about why you're wearing this?
Well, this is a 5-point harness. I'm wearing it because I was just working aloft with one of the girls. So if we're climbing up the mast, we have to be wearing a harness. We clip in once we get up there and do our thing.
And then you go all the way up.
Yeah.
I guess you're not afraid of heights like I am.
Well, actually, one of the girls was pretty intimidated by it, and she's up there right now working, so it's impressive.
Wow. Let's take a peek. Where is she? Oh my goodness, she is.
Wonderful, Miss Anne.
Hi, Angela. What's that?
It'll be good, just hitch it off.
Oh,
It'll be good, just hitch it off.
wow.
This is the main anchor. This is the main anchor for the ship. It weighs 1,000 pounds. So when we anchor the ship at night, if we're going to stop somewhere in a little cove, we'll have to pick it up and lift it over the side of the ship. Then we put all the anchor chain out on the deck and then knock the pin away, and the anchor's streaming to the bottom and the chain rips off the deck.
And you
Which
halt
is-
stop.
Yes, which is all very fun until the chain has to come back in. And because space on a ship like this is very limited,
Right.
there's a little tiny space about this tall and about 15 feet long, and the deckhands have to go down inside that space and flake the anchor chain back and forth by hand.
Wow, I can't imagine how that would be. How much does this puppy weigh?
That's 1,000 pounds.
1,000 pounds. About an elephant.
Yes, is it?
That's pretty heavy. Good.
This is our anchor winch. So this was put on the vessel actually in 1964.
What is this called?
It's an anchor winch. So this is what we use to haul the anchor back up, and also to raise our sails.
Wow.
Because we have half the number of crew that the original would have had, the original Bluenose, and the half the number that she was designed to have. We need mechanical assistance to put some of the sails, especially the mainsail there with the 81-foot boom. And
Yeah.
so we just don't have enough people or enough muscle to do that.
I got muscle. Get to it. Ilyen benim bebeğim çişizay hastır. So is this where you eat?
This is the officer's mess.
Nice.
It is a mess today.
Is it shaky when you're here?
Yeah, okay.
So the food goes from one side to the other,
And more than this way.
and that's why you have the
Yes, that's why we have the rails on the side of the
around
table.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It goes side to side. It's this way mostly.
Oh,
And
right.
because it's a sailboat, it'll lean over on
Ah.
its side and stay there.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh. And there's all the
Yes,
the
they're-
awards and trophies.
Yes,
and-
they're sort of presented to us usually for different places that the ship has been. Commemorating, sort of little tiny fishing villages in Nova Scotia or big ports that we've been to.
Yes, and I did hear that actually the Bluenose was on the 50 cents stamp.
Stamp. And on the back of the Canadian 10-cent piece.
Yes, of course. Yeah.
We'll come through and see our galley.
Let's go. Oh, this is the kitchen.
Yes. Kitchen ashore, galley on a boat. So we have a full-time cook on board.
So this is called the galley.
The galley, yes. So he cooks, there's 17 of us, and he cooks 3 meals a day for us.
Wow. That must be nice.
Yes.
So do you have a menu, or
No,
you can,
it's-
he pretty much chooses what you get to have?
You have 2 choices. It's take it or leave it.
That's so how is it powered?
It's electric. So we
Electric?
have generators on board that are running.
Right. Okay, cool. There's your pots and pans. peel a lot of potatoes.
Yes. Oh, and then this is the crew's mess. This is where the young people.
Yeah, I heard you have a I heard you have a program for youth that when they finish high school that they have a chance to be a crew member.
Yes, so they'll come, and they'll typically spend 6 months with us.
Wow.
And they'll do that. We call that a season. So from the 1st of April until the middle of October.
Right.
And then some of them will come back and do a second or third season. And then some of them will just go on and continue on with their lives and either go to university or.
What do you think most of them gain from the program?
I think the ability to work as a team member.
That becomes really important in a tight space, right? And following instructions.
Yes. Yeah. They learn work ethic because we work. You know, when they first came aboard this year, they worked 40 days straight, 12 hours a day, which is not typical for a job for a young person.
Right.
And they learn self-confidence through that they can learn new skills, they can take something and change and grow within themselves. And so when they go on in the future life, that they're faced with adversity or faced with new situations, that they can take the skills and the mindset they learned here and apply that to new situations.
I can't imagine like a experience that these youth will have. I don't think they could ever forget being able to work on a sailboat, and it's just a wonderful memory
I
for them.
met a gentleman yesterday who was in his 80s, and he had worked on this boat in 1964.
Wow, that's when they just about 4 years after they built
she
the
was
new
built
one.
in 63.
Oh, was
So
she?
it was
Okay.
a year afterwards. He had gone on in his life to win an Oscar. He had gone on in his life to win an Order of Canada,
Oh, wow.
and he came here, and he still tells stories about his time on the Blue Nose. It's still that important to him, that summer that he spent on this ship.
That is fantastic.
So, no problem there. These are our dories. The original Blue Nose would have carried 12 dories, 2 men into each boat. And so they would go out 100 miles or hundreds of miles off the coast of Nova Scotia, between Nova Scotia and Newfoundland,
Right.
in the fog, in big waves. They'd get off this ship and get into these little boats and then go cod fishing.
Wow.
So they would get up at 2 or 3 in the morning, bait up their hooks, go out, set the long lines with the hooks hanging from them, looking for the codfish, and they would come back, clean the cod, split the cod, salt the cod, stack it in the hold, and they would do that all day until probably midnight. They go and get 4 or 5 hours of sleep, and then go back at it again, and they do it over and over and over until the ship was full of salt fish.
Is the ship used for fishing at this present day?
No, she's just a promotional vessel now, so we work for Nova Scotia. And the methods of fishing have become much more exacting. So it's not just casting a hook in water anymore, they're dragging with nets.
Fair enough. So what would this be used for?
That's actually a needle for mending nets. So,
Wow, that's quite a big needle.
yes.
Yes. So if there's a repair and
Yes, so there's this type of thing, on a vessel. You can imagine picking up your house and shaking it and setting it down and picking up and shaking it. That's what happens aboard a vessel. So everything rubs together and chafes or gets full of salt. And so maintenance is never ending. Even on a vessel like this, all the varnish work has to be wiped down every day. We try and varnish once a week. So the work is just never ending.
Now, I have to ask you something. When you were a kid, was that one of your dreams that when you grow up you wanted to sail?
I knew I wanted to go to sea, but to be captain here was an unattainable goal. There's only been 9 captains ever aboard this vessel, and so for me to even aim for that would be the same as a Canadian kid wanting to win the Stanley Cup or to be the next Wayne Gretzky. So it's such a huge thing that I would hope to go to sea. I hope to work here, but I'd never thought that I could ever become captain.
And now you are.
And now I am, and I'm just living a dream. It's fantastic.
You are living a dream. So what tip would you have for those that, have a dream but are not yet living it?
I would say just go and do it, or learn everything you possibly can about it, and just don't give up. If you go and you do it, and you put the work in, and you put the extra work in, and you put the volunteer work in, someone will give you a chance eventually, and you will get to where you want to go. You just have to believe it and be willing to pay the price to get there.
Well, Mr. Watson, Captain Watson, how do you salute a captain?
Here is just a hand wave is fine.
Just a hand wave?
We're very
The Nova
relaxed here.
Scotians, you gotta love them. They're so informal and wonderful and friendly. And just want to thank you so much for having us on board.
Very nice to meet you.
Yes, and if anyone would like to come and visit the Bluenose, they can actually go to Lunenburg, Nova Scotia, where the ship is at home port there. And will they find you there if they come?
Most days, but some days we're in places like Toronto here, where we're off promoting the province, and sort of July or August and September we tend to be in Nova Scotia.
Okay, and when you're there, just informal hello would be just sufficient.
We sail. We practice how to sail and tie knots. And in the winter and fall, spring,
Yeah.
we practice for competition, do drill, and sometimes we have sports nights.
Right, and do you learn a lot about working together as a team?
Yes.
Okay, so that's an important quality. And we were talking to Captain Watson on board, and he said that a lot of youth come on as crew members, and one thing that they really learn about is sportsmanship and working as a team. Yeah. So what's your favorite part about working on the boat?
I don't know, just sailing.
Just sailing. Would you recommend for other kids to get involved in the program like this? Yeah. Yeah. It's a lot of fun. Can you tell us a little bit why this program would be great for kids to get involved in?
Because children are working together, learning how to work as a team. We have some sort of discipline. This is very important for the perspective in the future. And this is just preparation for more organized life, generally speaking.
ایرانیای عزیز میگن که خیلی مهمه که بچه‌هاتون یاد میگیرن چجوری زندگی کنن، ارگنایز باشه و حتی یاد بگیرن با بچه‌های دیگه چجوری همکاری کنن. این خیلی چیز مهمی هستش که it's wonderful to involve بشین و هر وقت کوچولو هم بذارینشون کلاسای که آفر میکنن. بینندگان عزیز، این پایان برنامه این هفته ما هستش. خیلی خوشحالم که شما تونستین با ما این آیکون کانادا رو ببینین و درباره کشتی بلونوستو با همدیگه یه خود بیشتر یاد بگیریم. تا هفته دیگه امیدوارم هر جای دنیا هستین خوب و خوش باشین و امیدوارم به زودی دوباره ببینمتون.